see many other business owners stepping up the way our company has stepped up. That's the truth. All of our employees are getting paid whether they're here or not. We've donated a lot of money to the community. Okay, we've forgiven a lot of fees in our entrepreneurship. We've done a lot of things that really help other people that don't coincide with greed. And if you fucking knew that, you'd understand it. But we do have a problem in America right now. And the problem is that we have this mob mentality that if you don't side with the fucking mean mob or the media mob, whatever you want to call it, if you don't side with whatever that is, the people in California, what they say, if you don't side with that, you're a piece of shit. And that's wrong. Okay? And that's really irritating to me right now. I have no idea why that is. I have no idea where it comes from. And quite honestly, I'm fucking sick of it. So that's that. I'm done filtering what the fuck I say about it. Because the truth is, I don't really care. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. That's that. So, moving on. Sorry, guys, I'm looking for questions here. I got a bunch. I'm just trying to read through. You know what, Blake? It should be. It should be. Should be okay to admit that. You know, if you're holding on to your political beliefs right now when there's this crisis going on that's affecting so many different people in so many different ways, and you are trying to make it political, you're a piece of shit. That's my personal opinion. So I don't know. I don't know if it's okay. It's okay for me. I think he's doing a great job. It's okay for whoever isn't scared to say something, scared of the mob. All right? I think he's doing great. I think he's doing everything that he could be doing. And anybody out there that says they could do a better job, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. All right? You're watching the media, and every move the man makes is criticized so heavily, and he's made out to be such a devil. Yet, what is he supposed to do? He's supposed to listen to the people that are supposed to know better. That's exactly what's happening. So, I don't know, bro. I'm okay with it. This is a good question. At first, I thought he did a really great job. And then when the attention went on him, I think he started getting his ego filled with himself and started going crazy. And it's typical political stuff. At first, I thought, man, dude, here's a guy who gets it. After watching him for a few weeks, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? That's how I saw it. So, we have this problem in society where people get a little bit of attention and they just run crazy with it. So, I don't know, man. That's my honest opinion on it. I thought he did a really good job at first. I also think he's scared. I think that he's scared. I think he's scared for the people of New York. I think that's legitimate fear. But I think he's not done a great job at controlling that fear. And instead now, it is enjoying the attention somewhat. So, I don't know. Man, that's just my opinion. Yeah, guys, your business should always... Okay, look. I think we can all agree on one thing. If there's one thing to be learned here by literally everybody, it's this. You cannot afford to go paycheck to paycheck. And I said this on today's podcast. You have to be able, no matter what it takes, to save up a little bit of a piggy bank for times of emergency. You know, we have a problem in this country where people think that everything is going to be great all the time. That's just not what it is. You know, that's why people are not concerned with the economy right now, because we have a lot of people who are only old enough to remember a great economy, and they don't remember what it was like before that. And so we have a situation where people don't know what it's like to not have a job or not be able to find a job. And those people say, oh, well, fuck the economy, it doesn't matter, because they assume that when they turn the shit back on, it's just going to be awesome. And that's just not going to be the case unless they fix it real soon. So, yeah, dude, you should have an emergency fund. If you're a person, whoever you are, a family, dude, look, you have to sacrifice some of these wants for the idea that you're going to have a rainy day, because we've shown right now that that rainy day can come at any time. Anytime. Okay, nobody expected this. All right, so learn from this. How do we get better? How do we improve? How do we get a situation are we able to control situations that we can't control? Well, the first step is to make sure that we have enough money to last for a few months if shit goes sideways. I think that's a lesson everybody can learn. Guys, if you have a question, go down there and click on the question box and type it in there, because I'm not going to answer the questions right out of the feed. They go by too fast. How to blow it up in the life coach area. Go out and build some real shit. Take the next 20 years and learn about life. Then you can start coaching people on it. And I'm being serious. There's too many people out there that don't know a fucking thing trying to sell their opinions and their advice that they regurgitated from some other person who probably doesn't even know either. Because we can't notice that any of the coaches, when you ask what they've really done, that really can't show anything. So if you want to coach, if you want to hire a coach, go out and ask them what they've done. Ask them for their address. Get them to show you their fucking building and what business they do. Let's see it. Okay? There's too many people out there capitalizing on this to people who are unsuspecting. All right? So how to blow it up? Go out and build something that's awesome and do it for 20 years and learn how the shit works. And then you'll blow it up because you're going to know more than everybody else. Hey, and I know that's not the answer, dude. Look, I know that's not the answer that everybody wants. Because, dude, there's a lucrative living to be made as a coach, right? That's what people believe. People believe they can just become a coach and they're going to make millions of dollars without doing any of the work. The days of that shit are over, because I'm going to tell you, people are going to be much more reserved about where they spend their money in the near future. So you guys who are planning on becoming a coach and making millions, you're going to have a much harder time of that now than you did 30 days ago. That's just going to be the reality of it. So what's it going to take for our economy to come back stronger? This is a really good question. And I think it deserves I'm going to give you what I see, okay? This does not mean I know. Nobody knows, by the way. Those people on TV that you watch, they don't fucking know either. I'm going to tell you what I see happening that I think will happen, okay? That's how I'm going to address this question. The answer to this question, what is it going to take for our economy to come back stronger? All right, first off, it's going to take for us to get done with this, right? And get it restarted. That's the first thing. That's the obvious thing. We all know that. If they decide to end this rather quickly, this is what I see happening. I've dug into the government stimulus pack and how it's going to affect small businesses. And basically what businesses are getting and what they're going to get, every single one that applies for it, is 2.5 months of fixed expenses, payroll, and shit covered, okay? When that happens, and if they turn this back on quickly, what you're going to see is a tremendous economic rebound that is going to be unprecedented, because now companies are getting an influx of cash and their business hasn't dipped off enough to where it's ruined them. So when we turn this back on, as long as people don't like buy into the fear and like they go back to normal shit, like you go into dude, look, shopping local is a huge thing. That's a big thing of what it's going to take too. But as long as people don't give into the fear and they go back to normal life, I think we're going to have a rebound on the economic effect that's going to slingshot us to the highest point we've ever been in America. That's what happens. Now, if this drags on for another 3 months, we're going to have real problems. But dude, if they stop this, like I said, in the next couple of days or by the end, May 1st, I still think we're in a good spot to have an economic rebound. If you're watching the markets right now, the markets are trickling up, trickling up, trickling up. I think that's a head fake. I think that's false consumer confidence right now because people are seeing this unravel, all right? And that's good. That's a good thing. Okay, when I say a head fake, I mean it's a false indicator of it actually going up for good. I think we'll probably see some stagnation and we'll probably see a couple more dips down. Maybe some news comes out that's not so good. I'm not sure yet. But if this opens up the way that I think it's going to, we're going to have really, honestly, an incredible situation happen where we're going to have all kinds of companies get funding that they weren't even able to get in the first place ever. Okay, because when you own a small business or any business, it's actually a lot harder to get outside funding than what people think. It's not as easy as just going to the bank and getting it. But what we've done now is we've armed a lot of these smaller businesses with a big substantial increase in liquid cash availability, which allows them to not only pay the people, most of you guys who have jobs, you guys will get paid. You should. As long as, these business owners follow the rules. And then we're going to see an economic boom. That's what I see happening, man. I don't think you guys should be worried. When I saw last night on the news, that Fauci and Birx came out and they said, yeah, dude, we're throwing everybody who has the virus in any way, shape, or form into the COVID death category to be safe. Dude, it flipped for me. I'm like, okay, good. This is going to unravel. It's going to be shown to be exactly what I said. My heart went from anxiety to like total peace instantly. That's what my gut did. So that's me. That's my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I don't think I am. So I think as long as we do our parts, hang in there, stick at it, power through this hard time right now and keep our wits about us, we're going to be in a better spot than what we were before. And that's pretty fucking cool. So there's hope here, for real hope. All right, I'm going to grab another one, guys. Hey, I'm not a stock expert. I'm an operator, business owner. I don't know stocks that well, to be honest with you. So I don't feel comfortable giving out that sort of advice. I know a lot of people are willing to just kind of spout. That's not my expertise. There's a lot of people out there who are experts in that. I'm not one of them. So I'm reserving my cash for opportunities that I have within my business. So, as far as that goes, I would try to find some people who maybe are a little bit more knowledgeable than me on that and talk to those people. I have no problem saying I don't know, by the way. That doesn't hurt my ego at all. Most of the shit, I don't know. I want to talk about that for a second. Before I before I jump into the next thing. Hey, look, as humans, okay, as humans, and I'm saying this to you, as humans, I want to give you a piece of advice that will make your life so much fucking easier, so much easier, like so much easier. What's up, Nick? How you doing, buddy? Hey, listen, when you don't know something, you don't have to pretend like you know. You don't have to be an expert on everything. When everybody's arguing and you've got, everybody giving their opinions about all this shit that we know they don't fucking know, you don't have to jump in. In fact, the intelligent people of the earth will look around at their life and they'll say, what about my life makes me believe that I'm an expert on this topic enough to talk about it? That's what intelligent people do. The sheep at the bottom of intelligence level, they will just spout off about anything that they want. So, guys, learn awareness of when you're doing this. It's human nature to do, right? Everybody's talking and you want to jump in and you want to fucking be right. It's not about being right. It's about what is the right solution for the common good. Okay? And if you can start to think about that, yeah, the Dunning-Kruger effect. That's right, Jeremiah. That's why I keep posting it. I keep posting the Dunning-Kruger effect in my story for the same reason. I want you to notice, I want you to think, dude, when you look at that curve that I post, the Dunning-Kruger effect, and you think, you look around, you go, no, I fucking know this. I know this. I'm sure I know it. Dude, you're at that first point on the left. Because if you really know stuff, you're all the way on the right. And your thought process is not, I know this, I fucking know it. It's this. I think I know this. I think this makes sense to me. Confident people may come across confident, but they're not 100% sure they know. And that's okay. It's okay to say something when you're not 100% sure. If you know you're not 100% sure and you've done the research. All right? So think about that before you speak. I just wanted to hit on that because, man, there's a lot of shit going around for people just spouting off that don't know fucking shit. It's weird to me that certain people will look around and they're literally losing in every area of life. They're out of shape. Their relationship sucks. Their fucking finances are in the shitter. They don't have anything going, but yet they know all the answers. Doesn't make sense, does it? Don't be that guy. This is a great question here. I like this question. Let's talk about some positivity. All right? There are going to be amazing things that come out of this. One, the most coolest possible thing for me, and personally what I see, is that we're going to see a united America come out of this. We're going to see people push out the petty things that we typically argue about, the politics, the race, the religion, the fucking differences, all this shit that we spend all this time arguing about is going to be, we're going to turn the volume down. And we're going to start to enjoy each other and start to appreciate each other and start to like our freedoms and appreciate our freedoms that, quite honestly, all of us took for granted. Let's be real. So I love that question because I think that is a huge thing. I think another thing that's going to come out of this is going to be amazing is that people are going to start to discover fitness. I think that's amazing. Dude, I see so many people outside doing their best to do fit, like exercise, right? I see people who clearly haven't exercised in a long time, out trying to jog and trying to get fit and trying to do things. And dude, that just makes me happy, dude. Like that makes me so fucking happy because these people are using this time and realizing, hey man, I've got some work to do. And they're willing to step out and do it. It's not fun to go to the gym when you're not in shape. It's not fun to be seen exercising when you're overweight. I know because I've been very overweight. All right. A bunch of times actually. So guys, I want you to understand there's going to be a lot of good stuff that comes from this. There's going to be a ton of opportunity that comes from this from a business standpoint and from an employee standpoint. All right. If you're an employee right now of a business who's still operating and you don't see the opportunity, let me point it out to you. a lot of people right now are using this to keep their head down and be frustrated and be angry. And the employee who could step up right now and do the extra to help their team and help their community and help those people are going to continue to stand out when this is it's a huge opportunity for literally everybody to get noticed. Because right now, most people are just sleeping on this opportunity. Fuck, dude, we have articles in the TV and the media saying, hey, it's bad to encourage people to be productive during this time. It's bad for their mental health. No, let me tell you what's bad for your mental health. Sitting at home for fucking 30, 40, 50 days and not doing shit but watch TV. You want to talk about who's going to have better mental health when they come out of this thing? It's going to be the person who's worked hard to improve on things that they were lacking before this started. Those people are going to be in better mental health than the people who took the time for self-care. Self-care does not mean sitting around sticking chocolates in your fucking mouth. Self-care is doing the things that are good for yourself, whether you feel like doing them or not. And a lot of times those things are really hard. So that's something too. There's a lot of things that are going to come good out of this, guys. But the thing I'm the most excited about is America being America again. That's the truth. You know what, man? I don't know. I think they should. There's some people that belong in jail. There's no doubt. I don't know why they don't do that. I wish they would, though. Hey guys, this is a great question for people who are small business owners or work in a small business scenario. Pointers for small new business that capitalize and continue to grow during these tough times. If you belong to RTA, we've covered this a whole bunch inside the group, but I will cover it here a little bit for you as well. Look, the best thing, as a small business, you already have limited resources in the first place. And I've tried to explain this to people for a long time. You have to understand that when you can't do anything, okay, like right now, let's just say you are completely shut down. Completely shut down. The question should now become, what can I do to pivot on the opportunity to create skills that my business doesn't have currently that it could be useful in a scenario like this next time? So, for example, what could I do to make my business succeed through this time if it happens again? All right. And it doesn't have to happen again for those skills to benefit your business. They can actually just make you better in normal time as well. So that's the first thing that I would think about and what my process would be. Secondly, after I started to implement those, I would think about how can I help my other local companies right now who are struggling? How can I help my customers right now who are struggling? A lot of community outreach efforts, guys, go a long way in these scenarios. They really do. So people remember when things are bad, who stepped up and gave a hand, or who stepped up and offered to give a hand, and who stepped up and made it easier for other people. And they reward you with their business and their recommendations and their loyalty for life. So it's a huge opportunity for small business if you can raise your head out of the sand, out of the poor me, and start thinking, okay, this is what it is. All right. One of the key concepts of a successful person, guys, is just as simple as dealing with the reality. All right. Dealing with the reality. Too many people out there try to deal with the what if. They try to deal with what they wish it was. What do I wish it was? What should it be? That's not how you should be thinking. You have to say, all right, this is how I would look at it. This is how I looked at it the first day this happened. I said, okay, from now on, this is the way it's going to be. What can I do to fucking make my companies win during this? And then if it goes back to normal, I just have a whole new set of skills, right? So that's how I think about it. And that's what I recommend small business owners to think about as well. Guys, questions are awesome, man. Really, really appreciate it. Come on, bro. Who hasn't watched The Tiger King, man? The Tiger King. Everybody's watched Tiger King. Let's be real. If any of you, any of my friends are out there that are entrepreneurs that want to hop on, you know who you are. My actual friends, hit the ad thing and I'll throw you in here maybe. We'll do some questions together for the next 25 minutes. When the economy gets turned back on, do I think there'll be a lag in demand? No, I don't. I think people are hungry to get back out there. I think people are hungry to jump back into life, man. I am. Fuck, dude. I cannot wait to give fist pounds and hugs and all the shit I used to do. You know, if you listen to fucking Fauci, he said handshakes may never come back. Motherfucker, they're coming back because we're going to bring them back. No matter how bad you don't want them to come back. That's the fucking facts. Somebody needs to fucking tell this dude the way it is. This is America, bro. And your fucking ideal science of there being zero infections of corona ever again before we open back up, it ain't fucking happening. Period. Dude, if you ask stupid questions in here, I'm going to fucking block you. All right? Respect. This isn't your time. You think you're having your one little jolly time of saying some fucked up shit? Cool, man. You're fucking cool. See ya. What do I think about Bill Gates? I think Bill Gates should shut the fuck up. And I think he should worry about his billions of dollars and stop trying to control the fucking earth because he's bored. That's what I think of Bill Gates. I think Bill Gates is the mastermind behind all of this bullshit of trying to drag this out so that he can push his agenda into the fucking government. All right? If we're going to be real, that's the real. All right? I think he needs to stop fucking talking. And honestly, I think he's putting himself in a very weird position because he's pissing a lot of America off. Do you really want to fucking piss off the entire country and make them hate you? Because that's what's happening to him and Fauci right now. Because people are starting to wake up to the fact that they're being manipulated. I don't know that I'd want to be the guy who, is known for that. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people out there that are losing everything they have, and those people don't give a fuck who you are. So I would be if I were him, I'd go away. I'm not a vacation guy, guys. This is something that people have a hard time understanding. I love to do what I do. Okay? Getting up and fighting every day, that's who I am. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm made of. And getting up and having a peaceful day of just chilling, it's just not appealing to me at all. So I'd like to see some places, but I've seen a lot of places. I've been all through Europe. I've been a lot of places that I like to see, and the places I don't want to see, I haven't been. So the one place I went to recently I thought was really nice was I went to Whistler in Vancouver, and I'd never been up that way. Man, it was beautiful. I definitely will go back up there. And I love Colorado. I love the mountains. I love the west, the high country in the west. I love Colorado, Utah, Montana, Wyoming, that. See, that's really I love that. I love that area. So anytime I go somewhere, I try to find myself in a mountain area. I think that's a great place for me. I feel better when I'm there. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest is really nice, man. I was totally sleeping on that, to be honest. If you're from Vancouver, Vancouver's an amazing spot. I really like that place. Hey, Sean, fuck it, I'm putting you on. Sean requests to be on. I'm gonna put you on. And don't be going crazy when you come on here either. Let's talk about some shit. Crazy motherfucker. I got you, bro. You're coming. What's my biggest regret with money? I don't have any because I operated very responsibly my whole life. I went for so long without having any money that when I started making it, I'm always terrified that I won't have it. So I'm very, very conservative, believe it or not. I know you guys know about my car collection and all that. And, you see that I live in a nice house, but that's still within responsible means. My priorities are my companies and the people who work there, and they're always going to be that. And myself comes last. So, Sean, we're waiting on you, bro. The DMV needs some first form culture. Shit, man. I'm pretty good at business, but I don't know if I could do that. You're asking a whole lot, homie. Sean, hit that request again, brother. Hold on. Here's a good question, dude. This is great. Do you believe that the stay-at-home orders are reviving the family unit in America? Yeah, dude, I do. And I think it's awesome. I forgot about this when you guys were asking about the positive things. That's an amazing thing that's happening. I could see it in my own family because I'm quarantined with the same group of people, right? Like my brother, Chris, my business partner, we're all quarantined individually, but we're all running an essential business. So like we're not allowed to like be with anybody else outside of the people that we are, and they're not allowed. No one's allowed to leave their home for other things. So like there's like a herd quarantine going on in our company. And what I'm seeing happening is I'm getting closer with my brother's family because I'm over at his house every day seeing his kid. Dude, it's really been good from that aspect. I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin. That's a great point, and I really like it. My thoughts on 5G, I think if you guys are like going that far over into the conspiracy shit, I think you need to reevaluate how deep you're going. I think and this is another thing. I'm not a conspiracy guy, okay? I'm not a conspiracy guy. I just believe that some shit is happening here that is so fucking unbelievable that it seems like a conspiracy, but it's actually happening. So I don't believe in that conspiracy bullshit. Let's see. Still trying to bring Sean in on here. Look, dude. Since I've been home, have I found out what my wife's favorite color is? No. But I guess that makes me a piece of shit, huh? Sean, I see your face, but I can't see you, bro. I think you're buzzing with some shitty service. There you are. You're frozen up, brother. Let's try to get on live here in a little bit. I got you now. What's
find
up?
the good service. Where's the good service? Is it here?
I think you're good there.
Where, right here? Right here? Right here? Right here? Where's the fucking aliens? Where's the Class
Dude,
G?
what's up, man?
The coronavirus is over here, so I got to be over here.
You getting some 75 hard
What up,
in?
dog? I'm out getting it.
There you go, brother.
Day 8. Day 8. Yeah, man. Just so everybody knows, I'm coronavirus free still.
I think you got some in your beard, like right here.
In case anybody's wondering. I'm social distancing.
Go like this, you get rid of it. Yeah,
bro,
right
look
there.
at that shit, man. I can clean that up. You know how long it's been since I trimmed
Yeah, you do look good.
I look fucking good, bro.
So what do you think, dude?
I look
good. What
you
thinking about today?
I look really good. I think that this where there's a German Shepherd over here that I've been petting every lap I go around, and it's a beautiful dog. I think all the dogs are beautiful. I think that most human beings are beautiful. I think that people are freaking the fuck out over absolutely nothing. Nobody's a fucking doctor. None of y'all know anybody. You know what's interesting? I know a lot of people. I don't know anybody that's died from this shit that has it. But yet, it's interesting. There's 2 or 3 people that'll come on every one of my posts and go, I know 89 people that died from it. And I'm like,
look,
bro, you don't
there's
even know 89
people dying
people.
from it. I know for sure because I do know someone personally who's died from it. But I think what we're seeing is people who are in the hot areas that are putting out a lot of information, and then the rest of the world is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because it's not there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, I went to 3 hospitals, and I've been challenging people, go to your hospital, go look at your hospital. I got people on the East Coast, the West Coast going, I don't know what you're talking about. Our shit's dead right now. So look, there's people dying every day of being fat. There's people dying of diabetes. There's people dying of fucking old age. There's people dying of liver disease and shit like that. I feel for people dying, but you know what, man? I mean, this has been a really, really, really interesting social experiment, if you will, on, bro, we didn't even have to do martial
Let me ask you this.
People just stayed home.
Dude,
stay home.
What do you think the problem is?
Scary shit, home. All right.
No, wait. Now, before you answer that, like, be fair. What's the real problem?
Yeah. Dude, I think there's a lot of things, man. I think that we have been told since we were little kids. It's the same thing I've been spitting for years, man. Just sit down, quiet down, shut up. Don't ask any questions. I mean, when you were a little kid and you asked your parents a question, they say, well, because I'm dad. So just shut up and do as you're told. When you're in school, it's the same thing. Nobody asks any questions, right? Like all of a sudden headline news, like everybody's going to die and everybody runs off thinking they're going to die. I mean, there's so many things to this that like people are not researching. They're not looking shit up. They're not understanding real fucking numbers.
He says they're literally filling semi-trucks with body bags in New York City hospitals. What the fuck are you talking about? No, that's his name. But my point, I want to make a point about
he's in Dallas, though, right?
So
he's seen. Okay, yeah, he's seen them all, right? Look, if they were filling fucking semis, let me tell you, Dallas, if they were filling semis, you see this plastic device I'm on that you're on, that shit would be all over the fucking place. We live in a day and age where you could take a picture of your neighbor and you float it out there online. If they're filling semi-trucks full of bodies...
So, dude, here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you smoking, dude?
What's going on at the U.S. Comfort?
Whatever.
What's going on at the Mercy? There's a few hospitals with tons and tons and tons of overwhelmed corona. This is the problem that we have here right now. The problem we have is that we have a few areas that are getting fucking blasted, for real.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole bunch of other areas that aren't having anything. And no one's talking about that. So we have this big vacuum of information where people are saying, yeah, dude, it's a fucking apocalypse. And then we have the other people that are saying, what are you talking about? And so, dude, and that's a problem with the media, okay? What you guys have to understand is that when people that are in these areas actually put out information, they're putting out information with a ton of emotion attached to it. Like, dude, when you have a doctor who's actually in one of these hospitals, they're freaking the fuck out because they're having to work for 72 hours straight with no fucking breaks. And they're like having people die all over the place. Okay? But that's not the norm across the fucking globe. And people have to respect that and understand that. We have literally the same amount of people that have died. Actually, fucking, let's see. 1/4 the amount of people die so far that die seasonally from the flu. That's the truth.
Dude, 500,000 people die every single year of the seasonal flu around the globe. 500,000 people die every. It's saying the gospel according to me. Look it up. 500,000 people die a year from the flu. Look, I'm honestly, bro, I love you. You know that. I love everybody. I try and be a fucking good human being. I try and be a good neighbor, man. I'm just over it. Like, I've seen so many fucking people lose their goddamn minds. My message is simply this. It's the same thing I've been spitting for a couple of years. Get your house in order, man. Get your finances in order. Get your mind in order. Get your body in order. Get your family in order. And then when shit like this comes, like, if you want to quarantine, quarantine. You want to fucking go dance around the streets, go dance around the streets. But, like, there's so many people that, like, they just don't even know what they're talking about. And they fucking, the media, like, I've seen some of the most outlandish shit I've ever seen. Like, blatant lies through the media. I mean, this Chris Como dude from whatever the fuck his name is from CNN, he's on the news Tuesday, and you looked this up. You sent me the video. You looked this shit up. I wasn't kidding, right? He's on the news Tuesday. Fit as a fiddle. Tuesday night, headline news. Chris Como comes down with coronavirus. Tuesday night, homeboy, it was the worst night of his life. He was going to die. His teeth shattered so much.
Now here, dude.
Next morning, he's back on the fucking news talking. Oh, last night was horrid.
Wait.
Yet for the last month, we've been talking about people with fucking bubbles on their head and quarantining. It's like, bro.
No, I don't.
How dumb do people think we really are?
This.
But the problem is,
I think the problem
people
is
are fucking
we
dumb,
have
and they buy that
society that's groomed to be right. And everybody wants to make the call. Everybody wants to make the award-winning call and say, oh, dude, I was right. And dude, what they're not taking into consideration is there's a lot of people that live in this fucking world.
Yeah.
Okay? And just because it's a certain way where you are does not mean it's not a certain way somewhere else. And, dude, this quarantine, somebody's on here saying, oh, well,
Sure.
I'm surprised at Sean because this is dangerous. No, it's fucking not. It's not dangerous. Listen. We're supposed
walking down the street is dangerous,
right now,
bro.
and we're supposed
Food is
to make
dangerous.
sure that we don't spread this shit around. That's our duty as America. Everybody knows that, and everybody's doing it. That's not the issue here. The issue here is why has it been so hard to get the facts? Why has it been so hard for us to get the real information? Right? Fear.
Yeah, dude. It's here's the thing, man. What's the number one emotion? What's the number one emotion to sell anything, to move people? What has religion been forming? What's the foundation of religion? Fear. It ain't growing up in love. It's all about if you do this, you're going to hell. Don't go to hell. Don't go to hell. Literally, if you think about it, it's fear mongering, bro. But at the end of the day, look, I don't know. I'm not in Italy. I'm not in New York. I'm here, right? I'm doing my shit. Everybody's out. We're doing our thing. I'm just gonna keep living my life. And my anticipation, my prayer for people is that they do the same. That they get their house in order. They surround themselves with good people. They fucking put their family first. Put their finances first. Put their shit first. Get your house in order, man. Because nobody's coming to save you. Andy ain't coming to save you. I'm not coming to save you. There's a lot of good people in this world. There's a lot of scared people. I feel for you. But at the end of the day, people like continuing to tell me, Sean, people are dying. Bro, people were dying fucking 6 months ago and a year ago. People have been dying for thousands of fucking years. That ain't the excuse to bankrupt the fucking country. That ain't the excuse to shut down every pizza joint and hamburger joint in the fucking country because people are dying. People have been dying for a long fucking time. So, dude, get your house in order. Get your shit straight.
Dude, look. Here's what I want.
Educate yourself, right? I do 75 hard for hell's sake.
I want
man.
people
you might be able to look
start
like
asking for the facts. And I want people to start asking why all of our news is delivered.
Yeah.
Wait, let me.
They don't. Nobody. Andy, come on, Andy.
Let me talk.
Nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna ask for the facts, bro. Nobody's gonna ask for the facts. Like, look at our culture and our society. Think about this, man. If this doesn't freak y'all out, all of you listening to this. People literally missed one paycheck and they went broke. But yet every other day of the week, they're running around, they're barbecuing, they're doing their shit. Y'all missed one paycheck and you went broke? Like, if that shit doesn't freak you out and wake you the fuck up, I mean, the people aren't going to ask questions, bro. They watch reruns of TV all night long. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are not going to ask real questions. We're spoon-fed. That's the reason we're broke as shit. We're fat as shit. Our culture is what it is because people literally, they don't care to read. They don't read books to educate themselves. They read a headline. Headline says Trump's a racist. Andy's an idiot. Sean's a fucking piece of shit. And then people buy it. That's it. They don't get to know you. They don't get to know me. They don't get to know anything. They don't actually read. Nobody does that shit. So, and here's the perfect prime example. People are broke as shit, losing their everything, and they weren't prepared. And again, I go back to the same thing I've been teaching with Lions of Sheep, the same thing you and I talk about. Be prepared, man. Educate yourself. This is the fucking most valuable asset on the planet, man. It ain't your 401k or your retirement. This shit. Yet people invest in this.
I don't know what happened there. Look, the point of the matter is this. Well, shit.